Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining me. I'm the mainstream news watcher, and I'm going to be doing these videos again. We're going to be doing them a little bit differently because of the issues that I have. I'm way out in the sticks in Michigan. The internet doesn't even come out to where I'm at. So to do a video and put it out, people wouldn't even believe what I have to do. So currently I'm sitting in a vehicle in town. I had to go in town, and I have a phone, and I'm going to go ahead and use that to record these videos and get this information out. I love doing it. I think the information's good. I think people need it, and I have a whole lot of content that I haven't been able to put out, so I'm going to be able to start putting stuff out one after another quickly. This presentation is called Don't Eat the Apple. Is the ultimate redemption coming for mankind? Everybody listening to this probably heard the Genesis version of the biblical creation story, where God creates Adam and Eve and gives them the Garden of Eden to live in. But when deceived by a serpent, they disobey God and eat from the only tree that was forbidden, causing what has been known as the fall of man. The fruit of this tree was special somehow. When eaten, it would make Adam and Eve, quote, like God, letting them know, as some variations have said. The identity of the serpent who tricked the first man and woman, according to the Bible, is the devil, the great deceiver, Satan, Lucifer, the ruler of the planet Earth. This deception seems to have caused God to curse man, changing man's psyche, as shown after the fall, when Adam and Eve covered their naked bodies with leaves. Something changed profoundly. We see this story found in all three of the Abrahamic religions, and in fact, the other major religions have a creation story with similar principles, however, with much of the details being different. We can find a secondary, seemingly independent version of this story that, in my opinion, has been hidden from the masses. A cache of documents that were found in 1942 in Nag Hammadi, Egypt, I believe, written by the Gnostic sect of Christianity. This sect was not a recognized sect of Christianity, and the powers that be hid their existence from the world. The texts were supposedly written sometime between 200 and 400 AD, and I'll go out on a limb and say that they were probably stashed sometime immediately after or right before Emperor Constantine officially merged the Roman Empire with Christianity, effectively taking control of it around 325 AD. One text, called The Nature of the Rulers, tells a similar tale as the Genesis story with just a few variations. In the Gnostic creation story, God creates 7 sub-gods, or archons, to rule the 7 planets, including Earth. The ruler of Earth is known as Yaldabaoth. This is the devil. And in fact, this was written about in a book that used to be accepted as scripture in Christianity, but was removed after the Roman Empire began to take control of this new religion through infiltration. It was called the Book of Enoch, and it spoke about these rulers, called the Watchers, who oversee Earth. Or you could say then the authorities. These are the archons spoken of by the Gnostics. In Enoch and in the Gnostic text, it talks about these sub-gods, particularly the one that rules Earth. In these texts, the archons are the rulers, the authorities of the 7 planets, including Earth. So they seem to have a certain amount of control over humans. But due to their deficiencies, they are only sub-gods. They cannot create. They have no creative force. And at least the ruler of the Earth, is arrogant, boastful, or ignorant. The only real power that they have over mankind is the ability to deceive. And they do this well, as it was Yaldabaoth, or the devil, that took the form of a serpent and tricked Adam and Eve into eating from the tree of knowledge, sending man into this, quote, trapped state of existence on this planet controlled by demons. And these demons, according to the Gnostic text, feed off of negative human emotion. So essentially they use us as food or energy. If one believes in these scriptures, then one must assume that we are living some form of a warped existence while living in a world controlled by evil. The evil, however, is at a disadvantage due to its deficiencies and can only exert its power through lies and deception. So then, let's fast forward to today. Take a look around. Complete and utter misery and confusion, chaos, which is an actual word used in these texts to describe these rulers, gods of chaos. If there ever were a world run by demons, this one would be it. When we start to really dig into this, we see what seems to be a group of people who are behind much of this disorder and destruction. I've written about them a lot and produced many films on these people. In my most recent article on Substack, before this one, entitled The Brotherhood of the Snake, I go into great detail about these people, if we can call them that. And these are the ones that have been in power behind the scenes, controlling things for quite some time. They're deceivers, they're snakes. If you subscribe to any of David Icke's work, of which I've studied, he thinks that these controllers today are descendants of these archons, bloodlines, interbreeding between gods and humans, as spoken about in the book of Enoch. And it is these bloodlines who have been put into place millennia ago in order to keep humans in these states of dis-ease, allowing the rulers to feed off of this negativity. We find these people at tops of every major influential organization or government throughout all of documented history, including the Vatican. Now, in 2022, we're looking at a very interesting situation. These people, the snakes, seem to be getting ready for their great grand finale. Mankind is very shortly going to be faced with a reckoning. These snakes are going to present to the sheeple new technology, maybe through a chip or a vaccine, or maybe you'll even eat it like an apple. And you'll become equipped with a hive mind, an AI system that will make your choices for you. See, ladies and gentlemen, it will be a computer that will make your decisions for you. Man will never make a mistake again, never need a calculator, any info on any subject at your whim, the whole internet implanted into your brain. Of course, with a firewall to many sites that they don't want you to see. You'll be mistake-free, flawless, making every correct decision like God. It is the tree of knowledge, ladies and gentlemen, and you will be tricked, and you'll be told to take it. You'll be told that you will become a superhuman, all-knowing, and with new health monitoring and medical tech, you'll live a much longer life, again, like God's, dear readers. Once taken or implemented, the recipient will sync with the computer program, and at that moment, the victim, yes, the victim, will be eternally enslaved. Their brain taken over, their thoughts taken over by this AI system, essentially ceding total control of this person over to the AI system software program. So, ladies and gentlemen, it will once again be the snake attempting to deceive man into eating from the tree of knowledge. It makes a person think. Are these stories, like most everything in our whole universe, cyclical, repetitive? As stated by Professor Roger Penrose, he uncovered the eternal cyclical universe theory. It's a conformal cyclical cosmology that states the universe iterates through infinite cycles, with the future timeline infinity of each previous iteration being identified with the Big Bang singularity of the next. So it's boom, and then one whole universe and dimension and existence, and then that ends, and it begins the same way that the last one began. And it's just this cycle that is connected. Does this whole process repeat itself every so many billions of ages? Are we finding ourselves at the end of one cycle, getting ready to enter into the next one that will once again be defined by an attempted deception upon humanity? Maybe this story wasn't a story that had occurred yet. Maybe this story that is a staple of the three Abrahamic religions, maybe the most well-known story of these religions, and has been burned into our brains, is a prophecy rather than a historical documentation of a past event. Maybe this story was told to us as a warning, a warning of a future event to come. And it was ingrained into our scripture as the historical account of the creation of man. To most, maybe the most important story of the Bible, becoming the most recognized story of the most recognized book in history, so that no man on earth could ever forget it. So that when this time came, and it's here now, when this time came, we would know what to do. We would not be deceived by the snake again. If we accept it, man falls, as the Bible states. But what happens if we don't accept it? What's in store for mankind? This world, as everyone will agree, is backwards and very messed up and has been for quite some time. Many researchers, including David Icke, believe that these entities, demons, archons, are the reason for it. Through their control of all of our institutions and through the limited supernatural powers that they do possess, they are distorting our reality here on this planet. Icke believes that they do this through some sort of frequency manipulation, changes within the magnetic field that surrounds us, affecting our psyche, distorting our reality, and thus placing artificial limits upon us. If we don't accept their offer to us to become like God, then we will not fall this time. But what if it's more than that? What if by us not accepting somehow defeats these snakes, breaks their control over us? Maybe not only does man not fall, but instead we are able to ascend this time by breaking the chains placed upon us by those rulers of this realm so many ages ago. All of this at the end of the day is maybe just wishful thinking on my part. However, I don't think that there's any denying that there's a group of people, a powerful, secret society of people that are getting ready to fuse man and computer. And that's their very own words. And it sounds a lot like partaking from the tree of knowledge. And when you know about the brotherhood of the snake and the biblical creation story, particularly the part about the snake, well, this gets really eerie. So when presented soon with this offer, maybe we should all heed the warnings that were articulated to us from our grandparents from the past, ingrained into that most important story of all, so as to assure that it travels through the ages and the times and makes it through the catastrophes and the floods, making it to your divine ears to be understood during this divine time so that you will make the correct decision and redeem your first ancestors. Finally defeat the snake and allow for humans to finally take their rightful place in the universe. If you enjoy my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.